So before I start the demo, so let me introduce myself. So here I am the trainer for Azure DevOps course. So myself, I am Shiva Kumar. Okay. So I have 19 years of experience. So I started my career as Oracle DBA. That is in the month of June 2003 as a Oracle DBA. So later I shifted to other technologies. But for the past 7 years, okay, I have been on DevOps. Sorry, not 7 years, 8 years. For the past 8 years, I have been on DevOps, Azure DevOps. This is from 2018 because Azure DevOps is a new technology, right? Earlier it was VSTS. Okay. And 2 clouds. So what are the 2 clouds? Azure. So yeah, this is my brief introduction. And when it comes to DevOps, Azure DevOps course duration. Azure course duration. Okay, it is 8 weeks. So here for Azure DevOps, 4 weeks. And the remaining 4 weeks for Docker and Kubernetes. Here we are providing 2 courses at 1 course fee cost. Docker and Kubernetes, 4 weeks. Okay, this is a free of cost course. Okay, which is included in your course curriculum. Okay, and when it comes to what is the prerequisite for this, many people will ask me that Azure DevOps prerequisites. Many people are doubting that whether we know coding or not. Okay, no need of having coding knowledge. No coding is required. Okay, Windows operating system, just Windows operating knowledge is enough. Even non-IT people can also join this course. Okay, and every session is a recorded session. Okay, every session is a recorded session, and that will be posted in Google Drive, and you will be given. Okay, so the recorded session. Okay, you will be shared with the recording session, so you can watch the recording. Okay, that is at free of cost. Okay, now when it comes to our timings, 5 p.m. IST and Monday to Friday. No weekend classes will be conducted. Monday to Friday only. Okay, so this is our brief introduction prerequisite of this course. So as per course and as per industry needs, a Azure DevOps engineer majorly has to fulfill these goals. What are the goals he has to do? One is, the major goal is to reduce the time to deliver the software. So this is a major goal of a DevOps engineer. Okay, so here we have 2 DevOps flavors. One is Azure DevOps and DevOps. Many people will get confused that what is Azure DevOps and what is generic DevOps. Generic DevOps. Okay, so in generic DevOps role, you have to reduce the time to reduce the deliver to the software, and you have to fulfill 2 goals here. Okay, what is the second goal here? To provide infrastructure. to provide infrastructure. Okay, so a generic DevOps engineer has to fulfill first and second goals. First and second goals. Okay, just a minute, guys. 1 minute. Okay, so here a generic DevOps engineer has to fulfill first goal and second goal. Okay, first goal, second goal must be fulfilled by this engineer. And whereas Azure DevOps engineer just he has to reduce the time to deliver the software. So it is also called as application DevOps. It is also called as application DevOps. Second one is called as generic DevOps. Okay. And what exactly DevOps is? So let us discuss with the diagrams and let us understand basic flow. Okay. Before that, let me save the document. Okay. Now just imagine a e-commerce application or something like a flight reservation application. Okay, it can be .NET application, it can be Java application, it can be Python, it can be Node.js. Okay, it can be Ruby, whatever it may be. Okay, whenever a new project comes to an organization, what happens first? Developer writes the code. Developer writes the code. This is a fact. Okay, developer writes the code. Okay, so let me show it pictorially, diagrammatically. Let me take a developer diagram. Developer icon. It can be single developer, multiple developers. Okay. So this guy, you can assume he has a developer. Okay. So it can be any project. It need not be Java. It need not be exactly any application. It can be a generic application. Okay. So first developer is going to write the code. Okay. He is a developer. From developer system, okay, just for the sake of simplicity, I have given only one developer, but in the reality, multiple developers will be working for a single project. So at the end of the day, okay, so he is going to submit code into version control system, right? So here for version control system, I am going to take a simple rectangle. Okay, so version control system or source code management. Okay, and it can be code repository. These are all the similar names. Okay, this is nothing but version control system or SCM, source code management or code repository. Okay, so what are the popular version control systems or source code management systems? Like Git, okay, Azure Repos, Bitbucket. Okay, so as a part of our course, we are going to use Azure Repos. As a part of our course, we are going to use Azure Repos. So here the code is available in raw format here, raw form, because many developers will contribute this code, and version control system must be able to manage versions. Okay, so it has to know, okay, which code submitted by whom and what are the versions given by each and every developer. It has to remember everything. Okay, it has to remember everything. So once the code is available in version control system, directly we cannot use the code. No one is going to use the code from version control system. Okay, so it will be copied. The raw code will be deployed into some area called build environment. Okay, into build environment. So in the build environment, generally people are going to use. Okay, your responsibility as a DevOps engineer is we have to use Maven for Java projects. Okay, MS Build for .NET projects. Okay, Make for C, C++ projects, PIP for Python projects. Okay, so what is the outcome of this build environment? The outcome of this build environment is something like package or application. Okay, or something like we are going to say artifact. So these are generally in the form of jar files, var files, DLL files, exe files. Okay, okay, these are the examples for applications or packages. So we cannot use this package directly. Okay, so before we deploy this into live environment, okay, so the product has to be tested, the application has to be tested. Now to test the application, so this application will be deployed into another environment called QA. Okay, so this application will be deployed into QA environment. So this is a actual testing environment where exactly testers will come into picture. They will test various they will test the product. Okay, so they will conduct many tests like performance test, functional testing, load balancing testing. Many tests are conducted here. Okay, so here actually unit tests are over. In the phase of build environment, unit tests are completed. Unit tests are completed, but here complex kind of testing is performed here. So it is not only a single system. Okay, so build environment means actually it is a complex environment. Okay, like this. So you can assume the circles are various testing servers. So once the testing is over, what happens in the next phase? So actual product owners, customers will come. Okay, so they will test the code. So this is exactly called as UAT environment, user acceptance test, UAT. Okay, so let us set for a diagram. I think for UAT a diagram might be given. UAT icons. Okay, I'm going to take this one. User acceptance testing. Okay, so this is exactly UAT. And when it comes to testing icon. I'm going to take this one. Yeah, this is my testing environment. Okay, I will minimize still. Okay, once the testing phase is over, finally the product will be deployed into UAT. Here actual clients, business clients will come into picture. Okay, they will test the code, whether the code is meeting every criteria of user or not. So once that is over, finally the code is submitted into production environment. Okay, actually this is a live environment. Okay, so from where business customers will be using the code. Okay, so this is my prod or live environment. Yeah, this is actual flow. So once upon a time, what happened? This was purely manual. Purely manual. Before DevOps days, purely it is manual. Now by using CI/CD engines, okay, what are the CI/CD engines? Okay, so let us discuss. What are the CI/CD engines? Using CI/CD engines, CI means continuous integration, and a CD stands for continuous delivery. Okay, continuous delivery and or deployment. So what are the CI/CD engines? So when it comes to generic DevOps, Jenkins is a best tool for implementing CI/CD pipe engines. So when it comes to Azure DevOps itself is equivalent to Jenkins. Azure DevOps is equivalent to Jenkins. Okay. Now here, what is meant by CI and CD? And CI stands for actually the process of automating first two phases. Okay. First two phases mean these two phases. Anyhow, developer write the code that cannot be automated. Only automation of first two activities. Okay, this is called as CI. Means CI. In case of our Azure DevOps, this is known as a build pipeline. Build pipeline. So in the build pipeline, as a Azure DevOps engineer, your responsibility is to create artifacts. Okay, so this process is known as continuous integration. And what do you mean by continuous delivery? Continuous delivery means the process of automating these four boxes. Okay, so this is nothing but continuous delivery. Continuous delivery. Okay. And what is meant by continuous deployment? Automating of all five boxes means from version control system to production. Okay, so this is nothing but continuous deployment. So in Azure DevOps, this is generally known as release pipeline. Release pipeline. So in Azure DevOps, what is your responsibility? So if you join as a Azure DevOps engineer, your major responsibility is to create artifacts. So once artifact is created, you are going to deploy this artifact into various environments like testing environment, UAT, production environment. That is your major responsibility. That is your major responsibility. Okay. So your response in the reality, the code is written by developer. So where exactly the code is available, the URL of the code is given by developer. So when you are able to automate all these five phases, can we minimize the time to release the software? Definitely the time is reduced to release the software. That is the main aim of a DevOps engineer. Okay. And still here, and when it comes to generic DevOps engineer, okay, so it is not your responsibility, it is generic DevOps engineer responsibility. So to provide infrastructure. So what is mean by infrastructure? To provide environments or infrastructure. So environment is nothing but servers plus software installed. So further, generally we use something like Terraform, okay, Docker, and Kubernetes. Anyhow, we are covering Docker and Kubernetes in our course. Okay, so using Docker and Kubernetes, we can create environments. So here build environment is required. Okay, this is QA environment. This is UAT. Okay, and this is production. And it can be any environment. Environment means servers with the necessary software. Suppose now to create build environment, I need a container or virtual machine. Okay, and within that virtual machine or container, I need to have JDK software, Maven software for building .NET for building Java applications. For building the .NET applications, we need a .NET framework and something like MS build software to create artifacts. Okay, so that kind of environments must be created. So that kind of environments can be created by using Docker, Kubernetes, and Terraform. So Terraform we are not going to cover. Anyhow, we are covering Docker and Kubernetes as a part of our course. Okay, so using Docker, Kubernetes, we can create environments also. Okay, so you are using Docker and Kubernetes, we can create containers. Okay, what is a container? Container takes very less amount of space when compared to a virtual machine, large virtual machine. Okay, so container requires images. Like when you want to create virtual machines, we need some OS images. In the similar way, to create containers, image is required. Okay, who are going to provide images, from where we can collect images? Okay, in the Docker sessions, we are going to discuss it clearly. So you can remember that container is a lightweight virtual machine, okay, which does not require large amount of system resources. We even with 5 MB of storage, even with 5 MB of the storage, you can create a container. Okay, so especially for microservices. Microservice means it is a small service for deploying that kind of small applications. Okay, so we can use these Docker and Kubernetes. Docker Kubernetes manages containers manually. So if you want to manage containers like starting containers, stopping containers, maintaining auto scaling, high availability, for that kind of operations, we are going to use Kubernetes. In the reality, we don't use Docker. In the production systems, we use Kubernetes, but directly you cannot learn Kubernetes. Docker is mandatory for Kubernetes. Anyhow, we are covering two courses here. One is Azure DevOps course. Okay, using Azure DevOps, we can create build and release pipelines. And to create infrastructure, we can use Docker and Kubernetes. Okay, here to create environments also, we can use Docker and Kubernetes. And using Terraform, we can create environment by using virtual machines. Terraform is going to create virtual machines, and plus it is going to install softwares also. So if you want to build environment with virtual machines, use Terraform. If you want to build environment with containers, use Docker and Kubernetes. Now, when it comes to Azure DevOps, let us open a PPT. Let us wait for a minute. On my desktop, I have PPTs. This already we have discussed. This is code repository from Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So this is a flow just now we have discussed. Okay. So here, just a minute. Okay. Here version control system, where exactly raw code is available. Here artifacts are created. Here code is tested. Here this is my this is our pre-prod environment. This is actual live environment. And then when it comes to Azure DevOps, generally Azure DevOps is a combination of 5 components like Azure boards, Azure pipelines, Azure repos, Azure test plans, Azure artifacts. Generally, if you want to build up a project, we need these 5 tools. So your Azure boards means so for project management purpose. Generally, your project managers will be using these project boards. So they are going to estimate how many days are required, how much is the budget we have to investment. Okay, what is the manpower? In how many days we can release the software? So that kind of estimation is done in Azure boards. Okay, generally this is used by project managers. And when it comes to Azure pipelines, I told you, right, we can create 2 pipelines here, CI/CD pipelines. Here in Azure DevOps, CI is nothing but build pipeline, CD is nothing but release pipeline. And we have discussed third component, right? Exactly. Azure repos is a place where exactly we can store the code. It will be working as a version control system. So it is going to maintain versions, okay, that are submitted by various developers. And when it comes to Azure test plans and Azure artifacts, Azure artifact is a place where exactly we can store reusable components. Okay, so suppose you have developed a library file, and if you want to share that library file with some other developers, okay, so here this is a place where exactly you can store reusable components like shared library files, shared packages. And your Azure test plans is a place where exactly we can store, okay, the test plans of testers. Like this, Azure DevOps is a combination of 5 components. It can be any DevOps course. Generally, we need these 5 components. But all these 5 components are available under one umbrella in case of Azure DevOps. But in case of generic DevOps, okay, we use third-party tools, open source tools. Like for creating CI/CD pipeline, we are going to use Jenkins from a different vendor, and Jira from a different vendor, and something like Nagios for monitoring tool, it is a different vendor, and for testing another tools like Selenium. Okay, we are going to use third-party tools here. But in case of Azure DevOps, all the 5 tools are from Microsoft. Okay, so as we know that Microsoft is going to give that much user friendliness. Okay, it is going to give discounts to you. This flow already we have discussed in Visual Studio. Exactly, we build the code. We write, not building the code, we write the code. Developers will write the code. This can be any code like Java code, .NET code, whatever it may be. And this already I told you. So once the code is written by developers, that is submitted to Azure repos. This is just like Git version control system. And your test plans are applied. And we can create 2 types of pipelines in Azure pipelines. And so whatever pipelines we have created, okay, so the outcome of build pipeline is nothing but DLL in case of .NET applications. In case of Java, it is jar file. So that jar file you have to deploy that, right? To deploy, we may use Azure app services, web apps, or something like virtual machines also, or containers also, or sometimes we can use AKS and EKS clusters also. That can be anything. And if this is application insight, means we can watch the monitoring, how the application is performing, whether application is responding to user needs or not, okay, whether application is rejecting any requests. That kind of monitoring we can do by using this application insights. And I told you already Azure boards generally, okay, it is for drawing project management. And when it comes to Azure pipelines uh, features, special features. So before 2018, the actual name of Azure DevOps was VSTS. That was supporting only .NET applications. From 2018 onwards, VSTS was renamed as Azure DevOps. From 2018 onwards. So when Azure DevOps was introduced, okay, it was supporting all the languages that are available. Like it supports Ruby language, C, C++, .NET, Java, Node.js, Python, PHP, Android. Okay, all these languages are supported. Okay, and that can be extensible, and we can integrate Azure pipelines with containers and Kubernetes. And you can integrate our Azure pipelines with external Git repository also. Okay, so that is also suppose my developer has submitted code into external GitHub repository. Okay, so we can integrate our pipeline with Git version control system also. That means we can take code from external Git repositories. Okay, again, once again, this is a combination of 5 components like Azure boards, Azure repos, Azure pipelines, Azure test plans, Azure artifacts. Okay, so when coming to other product features, why Azure DevOps has given that flexibility? Okay, why Azure DevOps is so popular? Azure DevOps is popular because this is newly introduced. From 2018 onwards, there is a less competition for Azure DevOps. You can get the job easily. Okay, so even you put 3 to 4 years experience, you can get more than 12, 13, 14 lakhs of salary. That is one best feature. And from Microsoft side, okay, it is going to give more discounts, okay, to its customers. And when it comes to user friendliness, we know that Microsoft products are very user friendly. Okay, since it is Azure DevOps is from Microsoft, okay, it is going to give more user friendliness. And one more thing, so we can have traceability also. Traceability means on the spot you can trace the error. While building pipeline, if something goes wrong, okay, it is going to display detailed information. Okay, why the application has stuck, what is the reason, okay, and how that can be resolved. So that kind of traceability can be done in Azure DevOps. And fourth one is it is cloud native. Cloud native means generally Azure DevOps is available in 2 forms, in 2 flavors. So what are the 2 flavors? One is on-premise version and second one is cloud version. So if you want to use Azure DevOps as on-premise version, you have to have your own servers. Okay, so within the servers you have to install Azure DevOps software. You have to manage everything. Okay, you have to manage high availability, like you have to manage licensing, you have to manage load balancing. Okay, so when number of people are increasing, the traffic is increasing, generally number of servers should be more. Okay, there is a less load, you have to decrease the servers. So in that case, okay, to maintain high availability, okay, so you need to have more or less servers. And the thing is, some organizations like banking and some other application, they don't want to keep code on the public clouds. Because of that reason, they will have their own on-premise version of Azure DevOps. Okay, when the people like non-critical applications, okay, and if the data, if the code is not that much sensitive, and they will keep code on Azure DevOps. That means in Azure DevOps, Okay, the code is available on public cloud platforms. And so when you are using cloud version of Azure DevOps means that is called as PaaS, means that comes under platform as a service. Directly you can log in into Azure DevOps portal. Okay, you no need of having any Azure account. Directly you can log in into Azure DevOps portal. You can use directly. Okay, so how to log in into Azure DevOps portal? Let us see. So there is a website here, dev.azure.com. Okay, just open this site. Here are you seeing here? If you don't have account, you can create a free tier account. You can use it for 3 months. Okay, 3 months they are not going to charge anything. You can create anything. But at the time of creating servers, suppose for my application to work, I need server, right? In that case, you need to have Azure account. You need to have Azure account. Okay, how to create Azure account? Tomorrow we will discuss everything. Okay, so just for now, you need not to have any Azure account. Directly you can start free. Are you seeing start free? Just you can click on this. It is going to ask you your username and password. Okay, if you don't have any account, use another account. Just type your account name, password. Okay, so these details will be enough to create Azure account. So if you are already having account, this is my Azure account. This is my Azure DevOps homepage. Okay, here you can create organizations, and within the organizations you can create projects. Okay, this is the first way of entering into Azure DevOps, and we have a second way also. So suppose you are having Azure account, then you can directly go into Azure account by typing portal.azure.com. And here in the search, this is a landing page of your Azure cloud. Okay, just to type Azure organizations. Type like this. Are you seeing here Azure DevOps organizations? From here also, directly you can enter into Azure DevOps portal. This is the second way. Okay, if you don't have Azure account, you can use dev.azure.com. If you have already Azure account, you can go from portal also. This is the second way. Okay, but to create Azure account, you need to have to create Azure account. Okay, you need to have one credit card. Credit card is required. This is mandatory. This is Azure account. This is not Azure, not for Azure DevOps account. Credit card is required. Email ID. Okay, and mobile number. Okay, these are the things that you need to have to create Azure account free. Okay, so yeah, this is valid for 12 months. So in the first month, they are going to credit you. They are going to credit $200, 200 US dollars. You can use these 200 US dollars for creating virtual machines, for creating network, many things you can create. That means within first month, you can use unlimited services. From second month onwards, your subscription is changed to pay as you go. This is just like electricity bill. How much you are using, that much you have to pay. This is from second month onwards. Up to 12 months, your subscription is pay as you go. Okay, so tomorrow we are going to see lab setup. Lab setup for Azure DevOps. How to set up Azure DevOps lab. Okay, so you have to create you need to have Visual Studio 2019. How to install Visual Studio 2019? By using Chaco, we are going to install it. Okay. And what are the other softwares required to create Azure DevOps account? Okay. So it will take complete one session. Okay. So after that, if time permits, we'll start how to create organization. Okay. So this is my demo session. So in this regard, if you have any questions, you can ask me now. I have explained everything. What is Azure DevOps and what is generic DevOps? So if you are a generic DevOps engineer, infra DevOps engineer, you have to do application DevOps as well as infra DevOps also. But in any case, we are learning Docker and Kubernetes also. Okay, using Docker and Kubernetes, we can provide infrastructure. We can provide environments. So do you have any questions for me? Okay, you are VMware engineer. How many years of experience you have? 8 years. Okay, so 8 years means 5 years you can put on VMware engineer, and last 3 years, for the last 3 years you can tell that I have been working on Azure DevOps, and you can expect double of your salary. 100% hike you can 100% hike you can expect. Regarding fees and regarding course content, regarding course fees and course content, you can contact Bhavani. For your kind information, there is no live project for DevOps engineer. Okay, because the DevOps engineer responsibility is to create the build and release pipeline. Okay, it can be 100 lines of project, 1000 lines of project, no matter. Okay, our responsibility is same. Okay, so our responsibilities will not be changed from 100 lines to 2000 lines. Code can be in any format, code can be in any language. Our responsibility is same. Okay, don't believe that if someone says that we are going to provide real-time project, there is no real-time project for DevOps engineers. Real-time projects are there for only developers, not admins. Okay, so regarding course fees and course content and any other information and regarding links, everything you can have from Bhavani. Okay, so she is the responsible person this course, so you can directly call her. I am giving Bhavani number to you. 88 99 77 11 799. It is our number. You can call her for regarding course fees, course contents, material, installments, concession. Okay, but if you want to utilize this opportunity, this is a great opportunity, beautiful opportunity, because we are providing 2 courses at 1 course fees cost. Okay, do you have any questions for me, Tule? Number is not correct. Why? Why do you think so? WA, sorry. Right. You are right. 88 977 977 11 799. Right. 19 is extra 9 I have given. 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 10 digits. Make a note of this number. Call her. So if no questions are there, I will stop the session. Tomorrow we meet again at the same time. Thank you. Thanks for coming. No questions are there, right? Okay. Is everything clear?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, can you hear me, guys?
Yes, sir, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. So,
Okay.
have you presented yesterday's demo?
No, sir. Today it is the first session for me.
Yesterday I have given demo session on Azure DevOps and what is DevOps and what is Azure DevOps. You can go through
Yes,
the demo yesterday that we have given. Okay.
sure, sir.
And
Sure.
so how to know the demo link?
Mm-hmm.
youtube.com. You can search, you can go through yesterday's demo, Durga,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Azure DevOps by Shiva. It is yesterday's demo link.
Okay, sir.
25:70 p.m.
I'll check that.
Imagine sitting behind a system and analyzing a cricket match that is happening thousands of miles away and being streamed live on
Can you
billions
paste
of
the link on the
devices
chat, sir?
all at once.
Yes.
Is that even possible?
Okay.
Well, it is. So before I start the demo,
And sir, this will be from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. right, every day?
Yes.
Okay. Monday to Friday only, correct?
Hmm. Have you got the link?
No, sir. On chat, I have not yet.
No.
No. Anyways, I'll try to search it on YouTube.
In the chat window link, I have given the link for YouTube session.
Okay, sir. I'm checking.
So today we are going to see lab setup
Mm-hmm.
for Azure DevOps. So the first step becomes creating a Azure DevOps Azure account. So it is completely optional, and without having this Azure creating a Azure DevOps Azure account, not DevOps account. Azure accounts. Now to create Azure account, okay. an Azure account, use the following link with the following things ready. So the first one is you need to have an email ID, and you need to have one mobile number. You need to have credit card. This is the thing you need to have to create Azure accounts. So once you are having these things ready, use this link portal.azure.com. Portal.azure.com. This is the link from where you can create a Azure account. I will show this. Portal.azure.com. Here you are going to get let me come out first. Sign out. Here portal.azure.com. Here select use another account. Okay, give your email ID, phone number, and in the next page you will be asking for your credit card information. Fill up all the details. Within no time your account will be activated. So once your account is activated, okay, once your account is activated, you can go into the account by using your account credentials. Here, this is my account name. Okay, we are in the landing page of our Azure cloud. Okay, this is the way how you can create Azure. And the second step is to create Azure DevOps account. Creating Azure DevOps account. So for this, you don't need to have any credit card, email ID. Just you need to have only email ID. Credit card is not required. Okay. And see here, the link is dev.azure.com. The link to create Azure DevOps account. That is dev.azure.com. Okay, here you have to choose. I will come out from this account. I will show it from beginning. Dev.azure.com. Are you seeing this option? Sign in, sorry, start free. Okay, so when I select start free, you will be asking. Okay, I will come out from again. Then you have to enter your username, password. Okay, that's it. Within no time, your account will be activated. Okay, this is the way how you can create a Azure DevOps account also. And other setup you have to do is installing, okay, Visual Studio 2019. Okay, let me save this document. Right now, since already I have Visual Studio on my system, what I will do, I will create a virtual machine. Okay, Windows 10 virtual machine in Azure cloud. Okay, within that virtual machine, I will show how to install Visual Studio. Okay, since I have Visual Studio 2019 in my LAPI, I go and create a virtual machine, VM, virtual machine in Azure cloud. What is that virtual machine? Windows 10 virtual machine. This is the first step. And second step is install Chaco. Okay, Chaco is a package management command. Okay, that is a package management tool for installing and uninstalling softwares. Okay, generally if you want to install softwares on Windows virtual machine, okay, you have to download and you have to install. That is a old process. And using Chaco, okay, within single step you can install any software. So Chaco, okay, will download the software and it will install automatically. That means within single step we can do two operations. Within a single step we can do two operations. That is a specialty of, that is a power of Chaco. Okay, once Chaco is installed, what I will do, okay, install Git, because my Visual Studio internally uses Git. And once Git is installed, as a fourth step, what I am going to do, finally install Visual Studio 2019 Professional Edition. These are the steps we are going to do today. So for that, let me log in into my Azure portal, portal.azure.com. Okay, this is my account name. First, let me clean up all the environment. In your case, it is not required, because in my case, a resource group must be deleted. Delete resource group. Okay, the resource group name is Azure DevOps. Here you need not to do anything in case of your system, because already for your other batches I created this resource group. Resource group is, it is just like a container. Okay, every resource that you are creating will be a part of your resource group. Now my first intention is to create a virtual machine. Okay, now to create a virtual machine, go to this favorites, select virtual machines. Okay, click on create Azure virtual machine. And resource group name I am giving Azure DevOps, or you can create a new resource group. Azure DevOps new. Okay, virtual machine name is, I am giving like Azure VM or Azure. You can give anything, and a region can be anything. Region is a place where exactly you wanted to keep your virtual machine. Okay, I want to go with Windows 10,000, Windows 10 Pro. Okay, so V1S means it is a small machine. You cannot launch this Windows virtual machine within a small machine. So select a larger machine to accommodate a larger operating system. I am selecting D2S_V3. It is having two virtual CPUs, two CPUs. Username is my user. Password is, you can give any password. Okay, so go to disks. Here I open 80 port number also. Go to disks. Here remove this SSD. Select HDD because it is not any real-time system. Okay, so if you select premium, they are very expensive. Don't select them. Okay, so I have to make one more thing also. We have to accept license agreements. Networking, from here onward, just to go on, press next. It is saying that if you are not in free tier, okay, you will be charged like this 7.9250 INR per hour. So it will take 2 to 3 minutes of time because Windows is a heavy operating system. Let us wait for the machine to be created.
Sir, I had a question over here. Can I ask? Like, sir, now I'm not I'm not aware about Azure, sir. I'm from a VMware background. So for DevOps, is it required to have a good understanding of Azure Administrator, or
No, it is
this
Azure
course?
admin knowledge is not required. Okay, just
Okay,
with the basics of Windows, you can join this course.
okay. Basics of Windows and Linux, that is more than enough, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay, sir.
So once this machine is up, okay, so our next step would be installing Chaco. How to install Chaco? Chaco is a package management command. So you can set like this: Chaco, Chocolatey or Chocolatey, Chaco on Windows 10. So I am copying this link directly, and also I will give the script to be executed. If this is a link you have to follow to install Chaco. Once Chaco is installed, installation of other softwares becomes dead easy. Okay, this is for installing Chaco. Use refer here. Execute the following PowerShell script from VMs. In your case, it is physical machine. Okay, in my case, already I have Visual Studio in my local system. I am taking a virtual machine. Okay, PowerShell script from VMs, PowerShell admin mode. Okay, so what is that command you have to run? What is the script that we have to execute? Just to scroll down a little bit, and you will see a PowerShell script. This script you have to execute on the VM's PowerShell, VM's PowerShell window. Just I am pasting the script also. Okay, once it is done, your machine is ready with Chaco. Okay, your virtual machine creation is completed. select go to resource, click on connect, select RDP, select this download RDP. So directly also we can connect by downloading this RDP file also. RDP stands for remote desktop protocol. Just double click on this. You will be asking the username and password of the system. I have given the username as my user. Credentials you need. Credentials are given at the time of VM creation, right?
Yes, sir.
My system is ready. Okay, select accept. Maybe later. Select yes. It is asking whether this machine can be accessible from internet. So I have given yes. Maybe later. And see here, go to here, just type PowerShell. Run as administrator. Okay, I'm going to increase font size. Properties. Large. Font size is in giving something like 20. 20 is enough. So now just minimize this VM and whatever script we have collected and just copy the script and execute from your PowerShell. VM's PowerShell. Copy this. Press enter. Or you think first it is downloading, next it is installing. It will do two jobs. This is the latest approach to install softwares on a Windows operating system. Now just to close this window and relaunch it again. Because in the Windows systems immediately the changes are not reflected. Okay, go to PowerShell once again. Whereas in Linux the changes are reflected automatically. In Windows you have to relaunch the terminal. Now check the version, Chaco ---- version. Right? Now using Chaco we have to install Git. How to install Git? Let us see. Just ask like this, Chaco Git. Okay, there is a simple command you have to run. The command to be run is Chaco install Git. This is to make our system ready with our lab setup for Azure DevOps. Okay, what is that command you have to run? -y. Execute the following from Windows PowerShells admin mode. Just you have to run this. So this is my virtual machine. Just copy this. At last, include -y. This is for auto approval. Now it is downloading first. Next, it will install. So once it is installed, our final setup is to install Visual Studio Professional Edition 2019. Okay, let us check whether Git is available or not. Are you seeing command not found? So you close the window. Close the window, relaunch PowerShell once again. Run as administrator. Now execute git -version. Now it is giving the output. So finally, we have to install some execute. Okay, why to write again? Just I will copy this. Execute the following command from the PowerShell's admin mode. Right? So what is the command you have to run? Chaco Visual Studio Professional 2019. Visual Studio is a IDE. Okay, for .NET and Java, Python languages. That is a popular one. Okay, so just you have to run this command. Okay, so what is that command you have to run? It is very simple command. -y. Okay, so execute this command once again. Chaco install Visual Studio 2019 Professional. At last, include -y. because entire things I wanted to show. I cannot skip this session, because if I skip this session, you will be feeling difficulty in installing Visual Studio. So that is why I'm showing each and everything. I can show PPTs also, but that is not satisfactory, right? So that is why I'm showing each and every activity. Okay, that is required for our our Azure DevOps course.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
I can show that just PPT, just do these things, do these things, and follow the first step, second step. Okay, I can do that one also, but that is not good for me. Okay, so if I show everything, okay, that is very benefit for me. Okay, now it is installed. It is not installed, so it will take some more time. Okay, so let us close this window and go to just in the search, type like this, Visual Studio 2019. We have to install some more tools over here. We have to install templates for various languages. Okay, so select not now, maybe later. Start Visual Studio. Here select continue without code. Close this. It is not giving me option, right? Exit this. Once again launch this Visual Studio 2019. So you are seeing an option called create a new project, right? Just click on this. Let us wait for that. It is processing. It is loading. Create new project. Now it is going to ask, not finding what you are looking for. Install more tools and more features. So just click on this. Okay, what are the tools that you require and what are the templates that you need to install? Select all the tools. Okay, almost I am selecting all the tools. Because we need a full-fledged Visual Studio. Okay, that is why I'm selecting everything. And just come down, and it will also give some more options like mobile development, game development, Kubernetes, Docker, everything. It will work for us. Still come down. Okay, .NET cross-platform development. Okay, almost every tool is selected, and choose install while downloading. Install while downloading. Click on modify. Okay, so now it is downloading all the tools first. Next, it is going to install. Say continue. Let us wait for that tools to be installed. Once the tools are installed, we can go and start our Azure DevOps sessions.
Hello, sir. Ajinkya here.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, sir. Ajinkya here. So this is my first day to join this session. Now I want to know how much time this DevOps training will take.
Here I have given a link to you. Okay, in that session I explained everything.
Okay, sure. Okay, I will check.
Okay,
Okay,
I have
thank you.
explained a career object, so what is the growth of Azure DevOps, and what exactly DevOps and what is exactly Azure DevOps. I have given link. Once again, if you don't find the link, okay, I will share the link once again.
Okay, sir. I got it. I got it. In the
You got the link?
of this session, yeah, you
Yeah,
send the
yesterday
link,
session.
right?
Yeah, yesterday session.
Okay, okay, sure. I will
Go
check
through
it.
the session. Okay, so here, if you have any questions, any queries in the next class, you can ask me regarding yesterday's session. Okay.
Okay, okay, sir. No worries. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Just today we are making our environment ready. Okay, so today we have performed all these steps. I think in the beginning you have missed it, right?
No, no, no. I have joined the this session from the beginning,
First,
but
I have
your
shown how to
voice.
create Azure account. Then I have shown how to create Azure DevOps account. Okay,
Yeah.
then I have started installing Visual Studio 2019. Since already I have Visual Studio on my local laptop, I have taken a virtual machine from cloud, Azure cloud. Then I installed
Okay.
Taco. Then I installed Git. Now we are installing Visual Studio 2019, which takes more than 20 to 25 minutes of time.
Okay.
Visual Studio is installed. Now we are installing tools.
Okay. Yeah.
As a part of this course, we are providing Docker and Kubernetes at free of cost. Docker and Kubernetes classes are started. Okay. So if you are, if you people are interested, you can complete your formalities in the front office. You can start attending Docker classes also. That is morning 7 a.m. IST.
Okay.
Sir, Docker and Kubernetes will not be taken the same time, sir, later.
No time. For Docker and Kubernetes, 7 a.m. is the right time for me. Okay. For Azure DevOps, 5 p.m. IST.
Okay, so 2 months in this time we will only do Azure DevOps, correct?
No, 1 month Azure, 4 weeks Azure DevOps, 4 weeks Docker and Kubernetes. Okay, that is parallelly. Parallelly, if you want to go parallelly, 4 weeks, 4 weeks for Docker and Kubernetes, 4 weeks for Azure DevOps. Okay, if you go one by one, okay, it's a serial order. It will take 8 weeks.
Okay. So can we go in the serial order, sir? Is it possible?
Yes.
Reason behind it, sir, I do a night shift. So like my shift will start at around 6 o'clock.
Yeah, you can go one by one. So presently we have started Docker and Kubernetes. After completion of Azure DevOps, once again we will start one more batch. Okay, for Docker and Kubernetes. Okay, recently we started. Few people from this batch are also attending Docker and Kubernetes.
Okay. Fine.
Sir,
Am I audible?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Sir, I wanted to ask, is it a must to have a personal Windows machine for this course?
Which one?
This DevOps and all this course, for this course, if I don't have a Windows machine with me, can I use the same way which you are using, creating the virtual machine on
That's why I'm
Azure?
saying you don't have when you don't have Windows machine, okay, you can create a virtual machine. Okay, that's why I'm showing everything. When you don't have Windows virtual machine, you can start doing your work in cloud. That is why I have taken one virtual machine. On that virtual machine, we are installing Visual Studio software now. Okay, so if you are having Windows machine, no need of creating any virtual machine.
Okay.
It is not dedicated machine, laptop. Okay, if you are having laptop, on that you can install. Otherwise, you create a Azure cloud account, which is valid for 12 months, which is providing 12 months free services. And on that you can take Windows virtual machine. A nominal charge will be given to you. That is 7 rupees per hour. Okay, so daily you can practice 2 hours in a day. First 1 month you are not going to charge. You are not going to be charged. After 1 month only you will be charged. We are not right. We are not developing any code, but the code must be there, right? Okay, code must. Without code, how can I show a CI/CD pipelines? Code must be presented. Is it right, Amit Samothya? Even though we are not developers, we are not writing any code. Okay, from where you can bring the code to create build and release pipeline? We need some sample code, right? That is why we are going to create .NET and Java sample applications, sample templates. In the reality, okay, we are not going to write any code. But without code, how can I show? How can we build build and release pipelines? Are you there, Mr. Amit Samothya?
Yes, sir, I got your point. I just mentioned in the chat also. I got your point. That we need some sample code in order to do that.
Yeah. Just for creating ASP.NET and Java templates. Okay, we need to have Visual Studio IDE.
Yeah. Yes.
The reality, we don't write any code. Even we don't write even single line of code. Okay, just we are going to generate templates, ASP.NET projects and Java projects. We are going to create by using those templates. We are going to create build and release pipelines.
Got it, sir.
So can you please mute? Guys, it will take 20 more minutes. Okay, I will not keep you on waiting state. Okay, so let it be finished by tomorrow. So our next step is okay to create organizations and to create a ASP.NET application. And we connect from Visual Studio 2019 to Azure DevOps portal. How to make connection, how to give credentials. Okay, Azure DevOps portal. And then next thing is pushing our code from Visual Studio 2019 to Azure DevOps repos. Then we will start Azure repos. What is a repo exactly? Okay, how many types of repository? What is the need of version control system, source code management? How many types of version control systems are there? Okay, so that story we are going to discuss in the next session, because easily it will take more than 20 minutes of time. I will keep it as it is. Okay, by tomorrow, okay, this mission will be ready. We are going to discuss all these steps tomorrow. Okay. So if no questions are there, I will stop it for today. Tomorrow we meet again at same time. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Hello, Shiva sir.
Yes.
Sir, this recording will also be uploaded on the same DurgaSoft website, right? Like YouTube.
Yes. Yes. Durga's website. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir. And sir, I had like a few questions regarding DevOps. So as you told that we have to refer that video from yesterday, I'll refer that. And if I have
Hmm.
anything apart from that, is any possible way to connect with you, sir?
For what?
In terms of my career, like career in DevOps and how to move and
Do one thing. Connect to Bhavani, so she will connect to me.
I have Chandrakala's number, sir. Will she help me? Or
Ask Chandrakala to give Bhavani number. Okay.
okay,
She will connect
okay,
Bhavani also. Okay.
okay, sir.
So Bhavani will connect to me.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So yesterday we have prepared lab setup for Azure DevOps. So today we are going to perform these many tasks. Okay. So what are the activities of today's session? Activities of today's session. Create an organization